Now let's break down our next story of the day and dive deeper into the Spot Bitcoin ETF and what this likely means moving forward, and what's the probability, like the chances, the odds that this Spot Bitcoin ETF does get approved by January of next year before the halving set to occur in April. Let's break this baby down, shall we? Shout out to everyone in that live chat. Make some noise. Following notable changes to the ARK21 Shares Spot Bitcoin ETF app, Bloomberg ETF analyst James Seyffart and Balchunas of Bloomberg predicted that the US SEC could approve a fund as early as next year. And here's the stat: 90% chance of approval. That means there is a 9 out of 10 percent chance that this happens. In a post shared on X, Seyffart highlighted his team's prediction of the 90% chance that a Spot Bitcoin ETF gets approved by ARK Invest's January 10th deadline. Let's go. January 10th is the day the SEC is expected to make that final decision, approval or denial on the ARK Invest Spot Bitcoin ETF app. How do you think this will likely play out? Let me know your predictions, fam. Their latest prediction comes amid the recent amendment that ARK Invest in 21 shares made to their Spot Bitcoin ETF prospectus. These updates include further context to the fund and additional risk disclosures. These analysts believe that this sort of amendment only happens when a fund is on its way to being approved. So definitely a good omen and a great opportunity for all of us in crypto to front run these major institutions. Now, these Bloomberg analysts had earlier predicted, following the Grayscale victory, there was a 75% chance that the pending Spot Bitcoin ETF apps could be approved this year, and that the odds would rise to 95% by the end of next year if these funds weren't approved by then. So Balchunas noted recently on X that Invesco Galaxy had also amended its Spot Bitcoin ETF prospectus following the ARK21 shares amendment. He stated that he expects other applicants to update their apps soon. This suggests that the SEC could approve all apps simultaneously, similar to what it did with the Ethereum futures ETFs. Could you imagine like a domino effect, one after the other? Let's go. Meanwhile, these Spot Bitcoin ETF apps were given a huge boost following the SEC decision not to appeal the court ruling in the case recently against Grayscale. The SEC had until October 13th to appeal the court's appealing ruling that it had acted arbitrarily and capriciously in disapproving the Grayscale app to convert a GBTC fund into a spot ETF. And following the decision not to file the app or appeal to the Supreme Court, Reuters reported that the appeals court is expected to issue a mandate laying out how the SEC can carry out its order, including the commission reviewing the Grayscale application again. Now, James Seyffart also noted the dialogue between Grayscale and the SEC should begin next week, which I'll be covering here in the show. However, it remains uncertain if or when the SEC will approve these apps, especially considering that it has delayed its decision on all Spot Bitcoin ETFs until next year. So there you have it, fam. Let me know when Spot Bitcoin ETF in the United States. Do you think it can happen in January by that deadline? Do you think it'll be pushed back again, potentially to March before the halving taking place in April? Or do you think it could potentially get pushed back to post-halving, which would mean after April of 2024? Let me know your thoughts. And which major asset manager do you think will get the green light first? Will it be BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world, which controls 10 trillion in assets under management? Will it be Fidelity, that controls 4.5 trillion in assets under management? Will it be ARK21, who Kathy says they had their application first, so it's first come, first serve? Or could it be a smorgasbord of ETFs where they all get approved roughly at the same time? Because competition is a damn good thing. And again, it's going to attract trillions upon trillions of dollars into the Bitcoin market and be an absolute game changer. So personally, I cannot wait.